What's happening? I do not know. I do not know who you are or where you are from. I only want to help you control so you do not hurt anyone. What should I do? I can't tell you. The power in you will decide. You stops talking and looks down at your hands and jumps back. See something. Glowing tendrils of light, essence dim and insubstantial, emerge from your hands. They twitch aimlessly, waiting for you to direct them. Somehow you know what to do. Is it automatic, like walking or breathing? You forgot, but your body remembered. You know how to shape essence into something alive. You can make your first creation. A Fiora! Look at that thing, it's so cute. I'd rather make a Thod, though. Guard post has been abandoned. The human guards who were posted here most likely fled to Manala, and left serviles to their fate. The inner doors are held shut by a large padlock. Fortunately, someone left a living tool on the table. Living tools are one of the Shaper's most cunning creations. Each one has a long, straight shell that serves as a handle, and 3 thin, nimble tentacles that can reach into and manipulate locks and machinery. If with a mechanic skill, you can pick the lock. I don't know that I do. Javelins. Sure. What's in here? Speed pod, healing pod, a lantern, another dagger. Fiora is standing by this chaining post. It isn't held in place. It must have been trained to wait by the post when not being asked to kill something. It waves unsteadily side to side, and its eyes are unfocused. You can look at it with a practice eye. Not a rogue. Will be soon. Might need to kill it. See if you can calm it. Try to calm it. I don't have enough leadership? I'm probably not going to level up to get it. Poor Fiora. Slithering towards fresh prey. Shows worms. Do not know why the Shapers kept them. Best twist them bluffs. There we go. Maybe I'll level up and get that leadership I need. Is that an Artila? Well, that's a toothy crawler. You do it. Ow! Can I even hurt this with fire? Well, my fire is hotter than its fire, I guess. Anyway, I got more leadership. Try to calm it. Reach out to the Fiora, tentatively at first, then with more confidence. Run your hand down its scaly neck. The creature looks at you. Its eyes focus again. Something about you that it responds to. Something that gives you authority over this creation. You're able to calm it down. It's not in danger of going rogue immediately. At least, of course, whatever caused all the creations to go crazy in the first place returns. Yay! 150 experience. That was worth it. Servile. Dead servile. Ants. And a robe instead of chitin armor. 10%. 6%, but it weighs half as much. I'll keep the chitin armor, but keep the robe on me. This is a dead servile on the ground at the back of this cell. Looks like the worm swarmed him. His body's already covered with a thin dusting of snow. You don't recognize him. He must have worked in a different part of the foundry. Leans against the stone wall and chokes back a sob. Who was that? Her mouth starts to say something, then shakes her head. Wait for her to recover. She stands silently for a moment, for several minutes, watching for rogues. You start to get nervous and cold, very cold. Then, just when you started to wonder if you would have to continue alone, Megan remembers what is happening. She turns away from the body. No matter, just a dead serval. None will care. Come, we go to Minala. First, there's an Artila in here. Corner is small and sickly. Perhaps it was brought to the foundry so its illness could be analyzed, and yet, even a weak Artilla can be very dangerous. First, it is calm and under control, then when you approach it, something happens. For a moment, you sense something in the room with you. Invisible presence. Passes through quickly, but when it is gone, the Artilla is no longer calm. It hisses at you, and acidic venom drips from its mouth. It hisses and spatters the stone below. Grabs your arm. It is a rogue. No hope. It is lost. This is too much. Now, we need to get to Minala. The Artilla hisses again, building up the courage to attack. I can take it. Don't you tell me what's too much and what's not. It's powering something. Oh, blacksmith's place. Ooh, bars of iron are worth money again. More bugs. Oh dear. Let's, save, why don't we? You hear a soft rattling sound coming from all around you. You realize that it's coming from the sealed vats. Shapers often put fresh, delicate creations in vats like these, where they can spend their first few days growing in a nourishing solution. Something in the vats is trying to get out. Of course, it's succeeding. Bugs! You guys aren't going to have a good time. Shaper equipment. And a healing pod. Looks like this room is letting me circumnavigate that room. I'm gonna go back in there, though. I mean, back over here and try to turn that pylon back on. Though your hot thoughts are hazy and confused, you think that you might be able to activate the power spiral. It hasn't been damaged, it's just inactive. Nope, but I could increase my mechanics. Oh, I need a living tool. Living tool you have, and have it extend its feelers deep into the works of the spiral. Comes to life. Power starts to flow into the conduits to the south. Not enough to activate the pylon now. Enemy near the pylon will not attack you as long as you don't get too close to it. Like, say, this roamer with 181 health. By this ravine, you start to sense something, a presence, an itch in the back of your mind. There's something not far ahead, something powerful. What is the cause of all these disruptions? As you ready yourself, Megan stops you. Wait, almost to Minala. Before we are there is something I must say. It's dropped all presence of speaking like an ordinary servile. Why are you not speaking like you normally do? I'm taking a great risk. If I risk all, I will do it with dignity. Okay, what is it? The Shaper Raoul is the Lord of the Foundry, a full member of the Shaper Council. He dumped you back here with the loyal serviles over 2 years ago. He said you were to be kept safe and dumb. Sometimes he sent someone to check on you. You were always safe, always dumb. Nothing changed. You left. We thought this was odd. We've been watching you, watching for the change. Too. It has happened. We? You and who? You will learn. If you do not betray us to Shaper Raoul, if you do not destroy us. Interesting. Do you know who I am, or who you thought I was? A Shaper confiding in a servile? Never. What else do you have to say? You have the power. You have power. Raoul will want it. The Shapers are desperate and terrified. They will offer all who can help them money, power, influence. Raoul will offer these things. Do not let greed take you. Remember, there are other paths. It will be hard. Raoul controls you. He controls me? How? You will know soon. There's one thing I know about Raoul and his ways. He reaches out and taps you in the center of your chest. Feels strange there, numb. You'll need to look closer when you get out of the cold. There is not time to say more. We need to go to Minala. Safety and warmth. What do you say? He watches you carefully. Sometimes characters will ask for your opinions. Answer carefully. Word of your actions and beliefs will get around and influence who will want to ally themselves with you. What I have seen of the Shapers is not much at all at this point. I don't know jack squat about anything. I just woke up and I don't know anything. Let's just press 4. You are still confused. That will not last. You have met Raoul. I think you will soon. Now that you have changed, and you will see more of the Shapers. Now come, let us find another thing they made, another mad creation. And walks off through the snow. Oh boy, blood. South, you see the final clearing before the settlement of Minala. This is where the Foundry brings irritable, disobedient creations so that they can tame them. You can see something hovering in the middle of the clearing. Even though through the snow, its shape is unmistakable. It is the distinctive shape of a Vlish. Commander's that one. Just got here. Hadn't tamed it yet. Rogue, I'm sure. And it's been busy. Shapers created the Vlish with extensive mental powers. These creatures are used to control and herd both less intelligent creations. Or bands of less intelligent creations. That is what the Vlish has been doing since the chaos started, but not to help you. Pass through the pacification fields, only one ordeal stands between you and safety. Actually, I've done fire and battle shaping. Why not magic shaping? Is there anything in the magic shaping line that can tank? Oh yeah, I did do that. I had the Glock. Well, let's see if there's any new creations before I sign on to a specific shaping field, but I will save my points. Whee! ahead and tank that thing. I'll be right back here. Take that! Hiya! Ow! You're split with a deafening war. You spin around, looking for a new enemy. The cacophony resolves into a single voice amplified by considerable magical power. Enough of this chaos! Step forward and present yourself so that this minor scuffle can be resolved. Feel a sharp, deep pain in your chest. When you recover, you find that you are walking forward. You stop moving in the center of the clearing and face south. You note that the Vlish has stopped fighting you. It too is facing the gateway into Manala. A massive stone door slides slowly open and this lone figure walks through, unaffected by the cold. Shaper looks around at the mess and shakes his head. We're sure that you should recognize him, but your mind has become very cloudy. He looks terrified. He looks at the remaining rogues and waves his hand. I absorb you. He turns to Serval. You are Mechon? Miki? No matter. Proceed to Manala and rest. And report for your next orders. There is still an extensive mess that needs to be cleaned. Go. He gives you a final look in the presence of a Shaper. She keeps her expression completely neutral. Then, without a word, she walks into Manala. Shaper doesn't even look at her as she goes. He's watching you. Bye. As the Shaper inspects you. Now then, let's see how you've changed. You know who I am. Do you remember? Or is your mind still too muddled? Bosses, I can see from your vacant expression that it is the second case. I am Shaper Raoul, Master of the Foundry and full member of the Shaper Council. I am Master here. Now that your unusual nature is starting to assert itself, I'm eager to explore your capabilities and see how you can best be used. It is unfortunate that some entity is disrupting all of my creations, but I think you can help. You know who I am? I do. However, I do not see any need to upset you with too much information too early. When I think it will increase your efficiency to know more about yourself, you can trust that I will let you know. An entity was disrupting your creations? Wasn't the Vlish responsible? Shaper laughs dryly. Don't try to think until your mind further returns. Otherwise, you will waste time and effort. The Vlish was a negligible non-entity. Current disruptions are caused by something much more mysterious and powerful. We can discuss this later. You want my help. I'm a full Shaper of the Council. You are not. I command your help. I need more quality agents in my employ. First, I need to explore your abilities. And I have a very good idea for how to do this. First, we should return to my tower. It is warmer and more conducive to an analytical thought. You're giving me orders? I am, and you will obey them. I'm the Master of the Foundry. If you do not believe me, I suggest that you try resisting me. A brief demonstration will prevent a lot of tedious questions and argument. Okay. I have my own plans. She nods. Excellent. The demonstration can commence. He waves his hand. You feel as if someone has shoved a sharp pick of red-hot steel into your chest. Eventually, you get up off the icy stone and stop gagging. Pull your clothes away from your chest and look down. There's a fleshy bump there, about an inch across.